Well, hello guys and welcome back to Minecraft. How's everyone doing today? And yes, don't worry, I've checked and I am recording. Oh boy, that's so la 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 la. Oh my god, and yes, we are back here to explore the rest of the unknown map. The unknown map. I could go buy more maps off the other villages. By doing so, I'd be able to get more of a bigger understanding of my location. But anyway, don't forget to like it and subscribe and like the description if you want to follow me because it's Twitch. You know the drill. Shut up. Alright. We are rowing. I've already been over there, haven't I? Haven't I? Die. Just die. There's a desert. There's a temple. There's no temple. What am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. Right. I might have just done this for no fucking reason. I might have just got into this for no damn reason. Like, this is just a feeling. That, yeah. I just did this for no reason. Well. Well. Yeah. Wait, did I not make a bow? Apparently not. Ugh. Well, good news is, by the way, people, I am actually recording this the day before. Shocker. I know, right? Oh. Yeah. The thing is, if I... Right. I would probably have so much more time on my hands. Now, that's not to say... Can I help you? Is that a drowner? Yeah, it's a drowner. Now, hold on. Hold on. Right. No! Fuck's sake. So, again, I kind of feel like a broken record at this point, talking about this. But pretty much, yeah. It's amazing that I've now got over 50 followers on Twitch, which is amazing. You know, thanks to everybody, you know, showing their support and what have you. It means a lot. It really does. Especially, you know, that it allows me to finally, you know, not have to worry about, like, my content anymore. I don't have to worry about, oh, you know, what if I lose it all and it all goes and, you know, like it last before, like losing over 5 years of content. Yeah, you know, it's obviously it's heartbreaking and what have you. And but obviously, you know, just thank everyone to, you know, who's stayed with me and yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. Hold on, we need to throw this chicken. Okay, no. And yeah, obviously, you know, the fact that you've now come over to Twitch, and it's mad to think that I have more followers on. I have more followers on Twitch than I do than I do on YouTube. It's mad. It is absolutely mad to think that. I literally only have like, well, I've got 45 subscribers. No, sorry, yeah, 45 subscribers, which is still pretty fucking good, you know. But the fact that I have like more than that on Twitch is kind of weird. It is a bit weird. I have like 50 something, 53 on and you know, so obviously to anyone obviously who is watching this, and you know, obviously when I do stop streaming this, or hopefully by that point I would have already be affiliated, and that's just the thing. That is just the thing now. Apparently, a lot of streamers have said that is the hardest thing to do, is to become, you know, affiliated, to get, you know, an average of 3 viewers in their video. or no, sorry, in a stream. And you know, as cheesy as it is, obviously I get a view from from the stream itself, but I've also got my phone as well. Which luckily I can get to just by myself. But obviously, yeah, if anybody, like, if you've got like a spare like device that you just don't ever use and you've just got it, it's entirely up to you. If you ever see me go live, just stick it on lurking and just leave it somewhere. So I think the volume does need to be a certain percentage. I think it doesn't work if it's completely mute, so it has to be on a volume 15. If you know your phones, I think I think volume 15 or something like that. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, obviously, with me getting affiliated, obviously will allow me to upload every content that I have, which then will completely free up my time. So I'm not just then streaming recorded content. I can finally stream actual streams properly and be there live properly with everybody. And that would obviously be amazing if I could do that. I mean, I'm obviously there anyway. I'm obviously there, in chat regardless. So it's some argue, you could say, oh, it's just no different. In a way, it's slightly different because it's not live, but yes, it's still technically live. At the end of the day, it's still technically live. It's just a recorded live, and people on YouTube do it. A lot of people on YouTube do it. So it's not just me. Well, that's on YouTube, but I'm sure people on Twitch have done it as well. I'm pretty sure people have have ended up streaming a recorded video of theirs. Oh, I can't imagine that it's unknown. Obviously, I would have to be careful because Twitch has a bit of an issue with you doing something on YouTube and then doing that same thing on Twitch. So obviously, we have to be careful with that, of course. But yeah, I mean, I think as long as I stream, as long as I upload something and then stream something completely different on Twitch, I think that's fine. But yeah, but obviously I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for any of you guys, and and hopefully one day my dream will come true and I could make a living out of doing the one thing that I have a passion for, and that's obviously video games. But yeah, it is, I mentioned this so many times before, it's like YouTube is YouTube and Twitch, well, basically doing this is again, finding one soulmate. There's there are people out there that is for your channel, that there are people out there that is for your content, and it's just finding those people and having those people willing to give up their time. Well, if they love your content, then they would be honored to sit and watch your content. But yeah, this is what I mean. It's and with this boat ride that I've got going, it's just nice to have a little chat and talk about things. And even though again, yeah, they are kind of repeated kind of things, but obviously I don't think I've expressed my gratitude enough for what everyone has done, and taking time out of their time, and even come into my stream at midnight to show their support, and I'm like, wow. And that's not because obviously I'm an idiot and not leaving it late. Well, that's kind of partially the case. It's partially the case, but at the same time as well, there are reasons as well. Why I end up leaving it so fucking late. Mostly because I'm always there watching other people and supporting them, and then by the time I've actually finished watching and supporting other people, I'm like, right, it's now 11:30. Right. And because I feel so bad, I really do feel so bad because I'm like, if I don't, go into someone else's stream and watch them for like X amount of time, I feel like, I would hate for them to think that I'm just, just a piece of shit in a way, And I obviously don't want anyone to think I'm a piece of shit, not going into, showing my support towards them and, going in and watching their content. I would hate that. I would hate for people to think I'm just a piece of shit and just like, hey, no, watch me. No, don't, no, you don't stream. Just come watch me. I don't want people to be thinking I'm that type of person. So obviously, it's even obviously more difficult now that I've got even more people now that I've got to, that I follow and that I try my damnedest to support. Obviously, a lot of people say, that they want to grow and everything, but themselves. But then I'm like, well, you need to stream a lot more than fucking what you do. It's almost like I'm streaming. I do try. I did try to stream two times a day if I can, and on top of obviously that I'm recording. So I'm recording every day for the episode the day before. And on top of that, there's a little bubble thing down there. Okay, I'm going to have to avoid that. And then on top of that, I then also stream 2 times a day as well. Or between 1 and 2 times a day. And, I mean, yes, again, it is, hard, difficult because I'm starting out. That's the difference. With everybody else, they've already got a good following. They've already got a decent following of people. Like Barthy 87 and Keithy 1980. They've already got like a bit of a fan base already there. They're well over like 300-400 followers. And I don't know, Keithy's getting close to 1,000 now. I don't know if it's just because of the game that he's playing. I don't know. I don't know if there's one game that like attracts all of the followers. That if there's just one, if there's just one game that really reels them in. But this is what I mean. It's like it's very obviously, again, I'm still very appreciative that everyone comes to me whenever I stream, and obviously that's the whole point to their kind of collective group. What they are is that they are there to try and help everybody become affiliate. It's kind of their, they want everyone to obviously succeed in one of you, and it's obviously very nice and very nice, very fitting. Yeah, so it's, again, I couldn't have asked for better friends, really. And so yeah, like I said, I couldn't. Oh, hello. Oh, that's right there as well. Oh my god. Actually, I wonder if I can get that. I wonder if I can see what's in there. Whee! Oh, where's the chest? You figure. Oh wow. Okay, go. I've got a clock. I actually have a clock. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, I can see. I can put that down and check on time. How cool is that? Right. Right. So yeah, pretty much getting back to what I was saying. Like, I'm just very grateful for the for the friends that I've made on Twitch, and what have you, and that they can see that that I'm taking it seriously. They can see that I'm streaming a lot. I'm putting myself out there. I'm putting the work in. They can see that I'm actually putting the work in, and streaming as regularly as I can be. And obviously, yeah, you know, I mean, I feel like now my hard drive is at the point where I could go back to streaming properly, like streaming live, and then only go back to doing some, you know, recorded streams if it starts to back up again. Maybe I could, maybe, but because so far I've not had anyone on my Twitch go, hey, when's the next episode of this, you know, or when are you streaming this episode next? I've not had that yet, so so clearly no one really gives a shit about that, you know. But you know, I just want them there. I just want all of them there. Like I said, as backup from what goes up on YouTube. I want obviously backup on Twitch, and you know, and if anyone who does kind of like find me on Twitch and they obviously enjoy, you know, what I do in terms of streaming, and then they kind of discover all of those videos that I have as well, and they start watching them and start enjoying them, and or they discover my YouTube because of that, then great, you know. Mate, what's this? Ah, what is this? Hello. Nothing useful. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Uh-oh, what the hell? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Get out of my boat, you. I was pressing the wrong button, that's why. That's one way of getting them. Got him. Right then. Burning. I found a cool little way that I can do it. I just found a cool little way of getting rid of them. Nice. Very nice. Same one, isn't it? Of course it is. Uh-oh. Yeah. Cool, nice. Oh, we're out of here. That's cool. That's cool. We found something. And there's my world. There is my world. There is a bit of a lake down there, isn't there? Yeah, we can go down that way. Of course we can. But yeah, pretty much. Maybe I'll just see you guys back at home. Oh, ooh, there we are. Ow. Ow. I'm poking my legs. We're back home. Amazing. I also think it's... the rain. I also think it's also to do with a little bit of, you know, the reason why a lot of my friends, you know, now the followers have the amount of followers that they do have. They don't get, you know, nowhere near the views. It's just, obviously, everyone's got lives. You know, everybody works, everybody does this, everybody does that, and it's like, yeah. Not everybody, not everybody, you know, I'm not saying that every one of them are bots or anything like that. No. I just think everyone either moves on or forgets about things and got more important things to do, which is perfectly normal. I mean, when you look at PewDiePie and you see he's got over how many subscribers that he has, and then you count that with his views, it's not even the same. It's just, yeah. So that's the one thing you should never be, is you should never ever be disheartened by, you know, results. A lot of people say don't ever look at numbers, which, you know, it's one of those things that you can't help but do. You you can't help but look at numbers, because on one hand, you kind of need to look at numbers because you need to see how well things are actually doing. You know, it's like you need to like know what you're working on is actually working, and that's what I mean. So sometimes it's kind of a catch-22. You need to look, but at the same time, don't look. It's like, well, should I or shouldn't I? And it really depends on how your reasonings behind it. Now, obviously, I've definitely, I would say that I've definitely started to pull away from that. I really have. I've actually really started to pull away from that. Obviously, I'll go on, and I mean, you could argue the case. The very first thing that I actually look at is my subscribers. As soon as I go on, sure. I think that's just something that will always remain, because I've always had a channel that I gain and I lose, and I gain and I lose, and I suppose it's always a bit of a force of habit that I do look at that when I go on, because I'm like, well, have I lost any? Oh no, I haven't. It's still the same. Okay, that's good. And so yeah, because it can be really obviously hard. It really can be, especially when especially when you know that you're put in the work. And they say that oh, if you put the work in, it will show for it. Well, not always. Not fucking always. And that's when it hurts the most. That's when you get really more self-conscious, or that's when you start to really, when the numbers really start to prey on your mind. When then it starts to become really unhealthy, but it's like you feel like you have to, because it's like, what am I doing wrong? What is it that I'm doing wrong? And again, you've got to always keep, reminding yourself that it's not always you. Sometimes it's the viewer that isn't for you. And sometimes it is you. Sometimes you need to change yourself. Sometimes someone, especially if you're not being the real you, and people will know. People will know when you're not being genuine, a genuine person. But let's say if you are being a genuine person, but yet you're still not that, again, that's not, again, entirely means it's you. It means that everybody else is keeping their eyes away from, like, I want about like bigger YouTubers, bigger Twitch streamers. Obviously it's the whole fame thing, the whole fucking fame thing. And so you want to know where all of your fucking, where all of your viewers are? They're watching Pokimane. They're watching like Sukuno. They're watching other successful Twitch streamers. That's where they are. So to anybody of my Twitch friends, if you're wondering where all your followers are, they're all watching them. And it sucks that it's the way that it is. It really does suck. That it's the way that it is, and there's nothing that any of us can do about it. It really isn't. And the only thing that you can do is you do something that nobody else has done yet. That's it. That is literally as simple as it is. You need to do something that then attracts them back. You need to do something that gets you recognized, and then that gets you put onto that pedestal along with them. And or you're fortunate enough to be friends with someone who is also who's made it, and they obviously help you out by giving you a shout out. Again, this is what I mean. And so it is all about fucking random chance on whether or not you start a game that you kind of anticipate is going to be good, right? So you look into a game and you go, oh, hang on a minute. I reckon this game's going to fucking pop off, I reckon it is. And you get to it before anybody else does. And that's where, you need to be. Exactly there. And it's hard to do that. It is hard to fucking do that. And, because especially, I mean, yes, there's always new games being made. Yes, you could argue the case for that, sure. But, like I said, it is just as difficult. It really is. I mean, I almost had that moment myself. I actually did. When, if anyone obviously remembers when RL Craft came out, yeah, I fucking missed. When I caught that train, I caught it, like, as it was just leaving the station. I was basically chasing after so if you've ever seen like a country western movie and you see the person on the horse and and they're chasing the final train cart and then they just grab hold of it. That was what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me with RL Craft. And the worst fucking thing is, and I've even mentioned this, if anyone remembers this, I was actually this fucking close of recording it on the same day. He dropped that mod that same day. On the same day he dropped that mod. And I could have fucking recorded it there and then. And somebody got a massive boost in subscribers by like 70 to like 100,000 subscribers. I'm not fucking joking. Somebody literally got like 100,000 subscribers from that. Because they were like the first to, somebody else. They were like the first to be somebody else to do it. And it was mad. It was fucking mad to think. And yeah. And that could have been me. That fucking could have been me. But, like, as always, my stupidity, I overly thought it. In my head, I was like, should I though? Shouldn't I not though? And so many times, and you can ask any YouTuber this. And they'll tell, and every single YouTuber will basically tell you, they will tell you this. They will tell you this. For the love of fucking God, don't think about it and just do it. And I have tried my damned hardest to do that. I really, really have. I've tried my damned hardest to live by that code, or trying to live by that as best as I could. And yeah. And I do try. I really do try to live by that. But sometimes, what can get in your way is like scheduling. Like there's something else. There's something else that like you feel is probably a little bit more important than something else than that. And then because of that, it distracts you. It turns you off from doing it. And yeah, and it's not fucking nice. It really isn't. It's not a nice feeling when, you know, a part of you is like, no, I want to do this, but I'm like, but I can't because I'm doing this as well. Shit. And that, yeah, that does suck. Obviously, that does fucking suck, especially when you've, you know, when you've like got this massive schedule, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's like, well, shit. Yeah, yeah. And you obviously, again, you can't help what comes out. You can't help what content, you know, what new game has just popped out. You can't predict that shit. There's nothing you can do about that. It's all about fucking random chance of you finishing off a series of a game, and then all of a sudden this new game just comes out and then takes your eye, catches your eye, and you're like, oh, okay, and then you do it, and it hits off, you know. And that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. It's like, and it is all about random chance. Now, you could technically say fuck it and just quickly just do a series regardless. You could. There's no one stopping you from doing that, obviously. And I suppose there's no harm in doing that as well. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, it's like, oh, I'll just all this game's just come out, and a lot of YouTubers do that as well. You know, a new game just comes out, and they know that it's going to or potentially be a success, and what they basically do is they listen to, they record it. It's just one episode. They record it. And then they upload it, and then they wait for their community's response. And if their community's response wants to see more of that game, then they do more of that game. It's pure and simple. So, yeah, there is that. But I'm just basically trying to tell you what happens in my mind. What happens in my fucking head. And that's basically what happens in my head. I don't think, there's a new game. Oh, but I'm doing this. And that's basically what happens in my head. I don't think, maybe I should just do one recording and just see what everybody thinks. I don't think that. I've never thought that. And I think mostly the main reasons probably why, the reason for that as well, is it's probably because, you know, it would take quite a while, especially on YouTube, for I get a response. That's just the truth of it. It would take me a while before I actually get a fucking response from anybody, and you know, and that's just the way that it is. That is just the way that it is. Because obviously, I think I'm not too sure if it's everyone's going back to school. I think it is actually. I think it is just a kind of a combination that everyone's going back to school. Obviously, everybody has work. Yeah. So it is a bit of that. So people don't really get a chance to see my content until like later on the night, and so yeah, so that's kind of one of the other main reasons why I don't do that, why I don't do a recording and go, hey guys, you know. But at the same time though, it's not always. And again, this is another thing that I do seem to forget as well. You know, sometimes it's not always my subscribers that, you know, are the ones that discover me if I was to ever do something like that. It's the people that are looking for it. and again, that's another thing that I do keep forgetting as well. And you know, so when like a new game comes out or something like that, or like a new mod comes out on something, I've really got to stop and remember that, you know, that it's not just that I have to rely on you guys. Ah, yeah, fucker. It isn't. It really isn't. It's not all down to you guys. It's down to the people that are looking for that as well. And yeah, I do. I forget that. And I've always got to remind myself to always think outside the box when it comes to YouTube. There's so many other different avenues how people can find you. So many different avenues. Whether it be through my own supporters, or whether it be through people looking for that on the interweb. And I am kind of naive in that sense, that I do keep forgetting how big fucking YouTube really is. Even though I've been doing this for like next year will be like 6 years in total. And I do. I'm so naive to that. Even to this day, that I forget how big it really is, and that I just seem to forget that. Oh, this is not going to happen. This will never happen. But why? But why shouldn't it? And that's what I mean. Why shouldn't it happen? And I don't think that. I never think that. Oh, hello. And but yeah, at least this is kind of giving you some kind of insight on how my fucking brain works, and why I do the daft things that I do. Scared by a fucking bat there. And why I do my damnedest to try to fucking break that. I do. I really do try my damnedest to break that cycle. And try to have more of a fucking broader mind on things, because if I don't, then I'm always going to be in the fucking rut. That's the thing. I'm always going to be in the fucking rut. I'm always going to be in the rut. I'm always going to be where I am. And I've really got to, you know, think, John, you know, look outside the box, or think outside the box, you know. And that's not to say that I'm going to be playing games that, you know, again, I don't play games, you know, unless I know that I'm going to enjoy. Yeah, I'm still not going to play games that I know that I'm not going to enjoy, or that I just know that it's just not for me. But I can at least still look out for games that I know that is still popular. Now, that's not to say that Minecraft isn't popular. No. Minecraft is still very much popular. It's just I feel like a lot of people are streaming it on Twitch. That's where the issue is. That is where the issue is. I feel people are just streaming it on Twitch, and there's, you know, the only YouTubers that are still uploading it, you know, are YouTubers that are already well known. YouTubers that are already well known on obviously YouTube. And obviously I'm not well known yet on YouTube. I kind of was before I lost my channel. So sort of was well known ish. But obviously not well known enough, unfortunately. And but yeah. So unless I was a well-known Minecrafter, you know, like Dan, TDM, and obviously Stampy Longnose, other, you know, well-known Minecraft Let's Players. If I was well-known like them, then I'll be fine. I could upload Minecraft videos and I'd guarantee to get views. But like I said, but yeah. But unfortunately, I'm not well known for Minecraft, and I'm obviously not well known for everything else that I do. And it really is. It really, really is. You either have to be doing something that's so unique, so unique that no one is doing before. Whether it be a game that you're basically playing a game that no one's ever done before, or you actually are doing something that has never been done before. And that is probably nowadays the most difficult thing to do. Back in the day, 10 years ago, you know, everything was virtually new. There was only like a handful of things on YouTube that people were doing. So, you know, it was pretty much whoever was the first to the punch. If that makes any sense. Whoever was the first to the punch damn it, someone's just beat me to the punch in gymnastics. Oh, or someone's just beat me to the punch in, I don't know, fucking firework display. Or this, that, or that. Yeah, you get the picture. Pretty much. Same thing. It really depends on who is the first to the punch. And will that be you? Who knows? So when it comes to the likes of me, a gamer, there's nothing new with that. When it comes to a video gamer, there's absolutely nothing new with that. It's not like I am the only gamer, YouTuber out there. Then this is what I mean. Because I'm not. And because of that, obviously, I don't get half as much of the attention than the gamer YouTubers that came before me. You know? And like I've mentioned before, like, take PewDiePie for an example. He was kind of like one of the first. He was one of the first gaming Let's Players. Hey, bitch. And because of that, look where he is now. You know? And this is exactly what I mean. You know? Now, because there were so many other big YouTubers, gamer YouTubers, you know, that also started up not long after him, that was influenced by him, everyone now has a, you know, a choice. Everybody now, once you become, like, known or well-known amongst, you know, like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and any other big gamer YouTuber out there. Once you get once you get to that point, and people say it's around about 5,000 subscribers, or maybe it used to be. Maybe it used to be around 5,000 subscribers. Is when is when the ball starts to roll. I think it is. It's like, yeah, it's basically like, you get to a certain amount of, subscribers, then all of a sudden it starts taking care of the rest for you. That's basically that was the point that I was trying to get at. You do, and that's true. That is absolutely true. You get yourself to a certain point of amount of subscribers, and then all of a sudden it starts taking care of the rest for you. And obviously getting started, and that's obviously why you need friends. This is why you need to make friends. And the one thing that I kept saying to myself so many times, I need to make friends on Steam. I've now got, I think, like 37 something friends now. For 5 years, I probably had about 10. For 5 years, I had about 10 friends on Steam. Or maybe even less. No, 7. I think it might have actually been 7. And I kept saying to myself, even 5 years ago, I need to make friends on Steam. Because when you make friends on Steam, they're going to want to support you. They're going to want to, especially when they find out that you do YouTube or Twitch, they're going to want to help and support you, in your endeavors, in your passion. And I can't not fathom that enough. You need to make friends. Well, not just because of, it's good for you. It's good to have friends. It's, so you're not lonely all the time, of course. But but it's not, obviously, you'll know when you find friends. You'll know when you do find friends because you get on with them, obviously. Duh. And that's basically what I mean. When you find friends on Steam that you connect with, they're gonna want to help you. And especially when they ask you what is it that you do? Do you work? Do you do this? And then when they find out that you do YouTube, they're gonna want to subscribe, and they're gonna want to support you and watch your content. And then what's going to happen there is that they're going to then know of someone that they also might like your content, and that's another subscriber. And then, see what I mean? And then you get to that certain point where you again, it might be more than 5,000 subscribers. It might be more. It might be like 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers now. But when you get to that point, think of it as like a small village, right? Think of it as a small village. At first, only a handful of people are going to know about you. And with a small village, of, say, 20, 30 people, everyone's going to know about you, right? With a village of like 20, 30 people, in a matter of time, maybe in a few days, everyone's going to know about you. Now, think of that, but in terms of YouTube, right? So, but on a larger scale, right? So, it's not 30 people, yeah. And then, okay. So then that 30 people know someone in another town that has like a few thousand people. And they go there and, talk about you in that place. See what I mean? Word spreads. And that's the same thing with, just with anything in general. With anything in general, things move quicker when more people are talking about you. So yeah, and you do, and especially it helps if you're actually doing content, if you're doing it regularly, and the quality's there. So the quality's there of the game, the quality's there of the commentary. That's what I like the most. I'm still just being me though at the end of the day, and and the people who want to actually support you is there. And when you combine all those elements together, that's when the ball can start rolling for you. And that's not just YouTube, that's Twitch, that's anything that you do. That's just anything. And I think what I'm talking about is pretty much just everybody should know all this. This is basic. This is just basic knowledge, that I shouldn't have to explain, but sometimes, you never know. You never know. Someone might be coming across my stream, a youngster, and who's a little bit, obviously young to know of that, maybe, possibly, but who knows? But the bottom line is, obviously, I'm grateful. Obviously, I'm very grateful with everyone that shows their support for me, and obviously is willing to give up their time to come watch my videos, leaving a like, come and watch me on Twitch, showing their support there as well. Obviously, I'm so grateful for all of that. I really, really am. And and whoever obviously helps and supports me, I'm always returning the favor. The thing is, I always I always help those who help me, and I think that's how it should be. Everyone, if somebody's helped you, it's only fair that you help them back in return. But anyway, you probably have heard me fucking ramble so fucking much about this. I'm sorry. But yeah, and so in terms of what I've done, obviously in this episode, I've obviously covered the map. I've gone a little bit of coal mining, collecting. I've managed to get some more iron, and hopefully in the next episode, which I think I was meant to do that. No. It was meant to be the map today, wasn't it? Yeah, this is fine. Hopefully I can build the next episode. Hopefully I can get the farm up and running. Hopefully. But anyway, I'll be Monkey Big Gamer. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, link in the description. If you want to follow me, social media, just go on Twitch. Also, to Twitch videos. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys next episode. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.